10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The biggest news ever in history right now that we're about. This is a live video going into the job board. All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Stephen Farrell here in Northern Utah Jobs. I've got Felicia Morgan here, our on-site manager at Fresenius. And today we have the distinct pleasure of having Brett Barton, the Ogden plant manager from Fresenius, join us on our panel for the first time. Brett, welcome.
Thank you.
And it looks like we've also got Barry Daniels, who's just joined us from his car. Welcome, Barry.
I'm parked along the road, so I'm not driving.
Okay, good. Well, we this is a really going to be a really fun panel today. So make sure you guys are tuning in. We're going to have big news about Fresenius. We're going to talk about some of the flexibility out there that will allow you as a student, a parent, someone that has students, to find a good career at Fresenius and still find something with good pay and a flexible schedule. So before we really get started, I want to have Brett introduce himself. Brett, tell us a little bit about you and your position there at Fresenius, and then I'm going to have Barry maybe embarrass you a little bit and share a fun fact about you that most people don't know.
Oh, great. Okay. Thank you.
Be interesting.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm Brett Barton. I'm the Senior Director of Operations here in our Ogden manufacturing facility. I've been with the company for over 22 years, so there is long-term opportunities here at Fresenius Medical Care in all different facets of careers and jobs and development opportunities. And so I'm glad to be on board today and really appreciate the opportunity to speak to everyone.
You know, when we talk about leaders on this program, different leadership qualities and attributes, what makes a good leader, and I think Brett leading the way from the top. He's joining us on a Facebook Live when, I'm sure he would have loved to delegate that out to just about anyone else except for him. And to have you on here is great. It's great to have you, Brett. So thank you.
No, thanks for having me.
Barry Daniels, Regional
Yes.
Vice President, Elwood Staffing. He's worked with Brett for quite a long time. And
I'm actually going to get out of my truck because this is, I had to drive up here because this is probably one of our favorite spots. And the fact that that was Dave Stryker just driving by. But anyway, I have worked with Brett for Fresenius. I've been with Elwood for almost 28 years next week. And I've worked on and off with Brett at a distance for all those years. And I've probably worked with Fresenius about 23 of those 28 years. And Fresenius is one of the top customers that we have in the area. One thing I've enjoyed about Fresenius is the fact the life-saving products that they produce and we help them produce, and the good people that have been there. One thing that I've always enjoyed about Fresenius is the good quality leadership that they've consistently had at Fresenius. People don't realize that they look at a manufacturing facility that there's actually people that started there through Elwood Staffing many years ago. It used to be SOS Staffing, and now in their leadership, they're supporting the family, they're supporting themselves, and have an incredible career. And it's good to see people grow like that. As we know, producers make room for themselves, and they're looking right now for producers that are willing to step up and make a name for themselves, and also grow with the company because they're nonstop over the last years, seeing them expand and grow, and there's no stopping where they're going right now. So it's good to be on here with you, Brett.
Barry,
Thank you.
that was quite the introduction, and it's neat to see this rich history with Fresenius. And I'm curious, Barry, what was Brett? What did Brett look like? How did he talk 20 years ago? What is he still the same guy today?
You know what, Brett and I are more seasoned, I would say. One thing that I always liked about Brett is going in Brett's office and seeing how much of the outdoors he liked. The pictures he has on his wall of experiencing hunting and fishing and those kinds of things. And I can tell he's a family man, which it dovetails right into, it's no mistake that Brett's been there for 22 years, just in the simple fact that that's the atmosphere you find at Fresenius.
It's incredible.
So
I know.
Don't want to embarrass you, Brett.
No, I'm actually jealous. I'm looking at your background, and I'd much rather be where you're at than stuck in my office.
I'm actually just south of Weber State. That's where we bring our kids to, where we actually watch the fireworks. And so if you look over, right back over here is where Fresenius is. So it's a beautiful morning. So yeah.
Well, thank you, Barry. And I want to jump right into it. Brett, what does Fresenius, for those that aren't too familiar with Fresenius and the Ogden facility, what do you guys do here locally, and why is it so important to the economy and where we're at right now with COVID-19? Can you give us some insight on what you do and why?
Yeah, so Fresenius Medical Care is one of the largest producers and provides services for renal patients, for people with renal disease. And so here in Ogden, we are one of the largest manufacturing plants in the organization. We have 44 manufacturing plants across the globe. And Ogden, Utah has one of the largest ones. We supply all of the products to our North American patients. About 370,000 patients across North America use our products. We produce hemodialysis filters here, and we produce peritoneal dialysis solution bags, as well as saline bags. And we produce about 60 million hemodialyzer filters, and roughly 20 million peritoneal dialysis bags, and about 30 million saline bags here. So we have our campus is about 63 acres. We are one of the largest users of electricity and natural gas and water in northern Utah. And so we have a very, very large manufacturing facility. We supply products all over North America, and our patients depend on us to save their lives. So we have the fulfillment every day when we walk into our facility of that we actually save lives. We build products that save people's lives. Absolutely.
And when we're looking at all of these shutdowns this year, Brett, and every type of every industry has been affected in one way or another, or in multiple ways. And so when we look at the need for this product and the speed to get it out to patients is just absolutely just critical. And so I know right now it's a busy time, right? And
extremely busy. We employ over 2,000 full-time employees of all different levels, from our entry-level manufacturing production operators up to PhD scientists, research and development. So we're always looking and developing new products and new innovative products that can change dialysis. And so here in Ogden, we employ the gamut of all skills and abilities. So
yeah, that's when we bring people on, I love introducing them to line leads that came through as an associate on the production line, and now they're running the line.
Yeah.
And then you see people that go into IT and infrastructure and engineering, and there's so many verticals within Fresenius that people can work their way into. and even have support by Fresenius in certain verticals going through college, which is really neat.
Absolutely. We have a great tuition reimbursement program, great benefits. We also have great opportunities throughout the world. So we are a global company. We have, if an employee wants to go into nursing or even become a doctor, there's opportunities within our services side of our business, vast opportunities to have a career in medicine.
Well, Felicia here, who's our on-site manager at Fresenius, she actually started her career at Fresenius, and she loved it so much she just had to come back 5-6 years later.
I love being back here, though. It's a friendly environment, and people are they're like family here, and you come to work every day making products.
Felicia is just a great example of what Fresenius can help teach somebody about leadership and hard work and learning to be self-sufficient. And Felicia, she spent a good 5-6 years out there and moved on to another company and grew her career even more. And then this opportunity came up with Elwood, where she could support all of our associates and all the supervisors that lead those associates in helping them integrate. And it's just been great having Felicia here. And part of Felicia, why I have you on the panel this morning, is you're on the front lines when it comes to openings, the different positions we're recruiting for. And if you could, and I'll have Brett chime in as well, why don't you talk about the openings, the different shifts and pay and what we're looking for, and Brett, you can springboard off of that anytime.
Yeah. And
by the way, Felicia, you just got a fan here. You should go to Fresenius just to work with Felicia. She is awesome.
They're so nice. We do have so many openings. It's just unreal how much potential and opportunity are here. I mean, we have about 60, a little bit more than that, and you can go to any department. So whether you want to be in a warehouse environment, there's opportunity for that. If you want to be hands-on on a dialyzer line, plenty of opportunity for that. Every department has openings, starting at $15.25 and shift differential. And if you want to work 12-hour shifts and have half of a week off, you can do that. If you want to work part-time, they're actually opening up positions for that as well, because they're different times nowadays. There's a lot of kids being, remote school, and kids that can't go to school because they got COVID or they were exposed or the county numbers are too high. So it's nice to be able to get people in here that can have a little bit more of a flexible schedule.
Yeah, parents, individuals, we all need flexibility right now in this uncertain market. Brett, you've really, and probably fighting against some of your team members, but you've really opened up some shifts and opportunities for people that need a little bit of flexibility.
Yeah, the pandemic has presented some challenges to us. So, we have very rigorous screening, daily screening activities in place for the employees to do on their own. And if they have any type of symptoms, they are required to stay home. We do offer disaster pay for both contingent workers and our full-time workers. Additional pay above and beyond their paid time off. For this reason, we need additional employees. We badly need them. And we are opening up our flexibility to employees that maybe only want to work 1 or 2 days a week. And so we're changing our mindset. So this pandemic has forced us to think differently and open up these opportunities that might not have been available a year ago before the pandemic, but we're going to change the way that we manage the business.
Yeah, I can fully appreciate that, just because I've personally, my son or my daughter have been on a quarantine and 3 times this year so far, Brett. And then my son's school shut down till what looks like the end of the year. And I'm lucky to be in a position where we can put him in a daycare, but not everyone has that position or flexibility. And so people are weary coming back into the workforce, having, that type of scenario or 100 similar ones. And so they need to find, the companies out there that have a lot of flexibility, they're not always the best paying position. Some of them are, but more times than not, they don't offer the high wages where you could support your family off of. And this is really unique with Fresenius, is these are high paying positions that offer the flexibility. And I think once the word gets out, I know it's just a small group of individuals that can get into these positions, and so I think they're going to go fast. So if you're listening to this and you're watching, and you think, I need some flexibility in my schedule, and I need to make a good income, you're gonna want to get a hold of Felicia right away, and let's see if we can get you out there. And we of course we have all the normal positions that are open, the 12-hour shifts, 3.5 days a week. You can work days, swings, or graves, and so there's plenty of those openings. But the flexible positions, if that's something you're interested in, definitely give us a call, and we can see if we can get you out there as soon as possible. And Brett's team has made it easy, so you can apply today and you can start today. It's as easy as that. It's not easy in the background, but it's as easy as that. You can apply today and start today, so you don't have that gap in your income. The best thing you can do is just tell us what you're looking for, what you need. We'll do a proper intake of everything, and then we'll see if that can align with a shift in a department that's a good fit, a good match for your schedule and what you're looking for. All right. Any other, Barry, before we wrap this up, anything else you want to share besides that nice scenery?
I think to go along with what Brett was saying, yeah, exactly. I know. Isn't that gorgeous? I have a good friend who's an ear, nose, and throat doctor, and I went to him about 6 months ago, and he goes, "Barry, do you guys still work with Fresenius?" I go, "Sure do." He worked there as a pre-med when he was getting his undergrad at Weber State, and he worked there for about 3 years. Got major. He worked in RN in lab, and he says that was the best job I've ever had. It gave me good insight to what I was going to be doing, and so I think school students. I worked at a cheese factory, going to school midnight to 7. And so I would have loved to have a job like Fresenius while I was going to college for 3 to 4 years, and then, graduate and move into some kind of leadership or management. So I tell you, I couldn't say enough about good things about Fresenius. So I appreciate it.
Everybody's connected to Fresenius, it seems like, in this community. I went, Brett, and got my foot mapped, to have a doctor tell me what vitamins and supplements I should be taking based on my foot, the weirdest stuff. But she goes, "Steven, you seem a little stressed. Like this little spot on your foot tells me you're really stressed out." And I go, "Yeah, I'm stressed out. We've got Fresenius that has, they need a lot of help, and I can't find the people." And she goes, "You know what? My husband has that same spot on his foot. He's stressed out too, and he works at Fresenius. They need the help. So go get people."
And our patients need the products, and we need good employees to manufacture these products. So, really, really appreciate all the stories and all the accolades. We really do need and want new employees and additional employees during these times.
And I'm gonna end it with this, Brett, Felicia, and Barry. Fresenius during this entire pandemic stepped up to the plate to take care of their employees, to take care of the community. They did a temporary increase in pay, 5% more in wages during the pandemic. They offered when you had to be quarantined, they offered pay while you were out up to 80 hours plus your PTO, overtime bonuses, just a lot of things to just make it more comfortable for you to work through this pandemic. Not a lot of companies have done that, and the amount that Fresenius had to spend to take care of their employees is a number that shouldn't be shared on a Facebook Live. But we can't thank Brett and his team and his leadership enough for taking care of their team members during this pandemic. And so if you're looking for a company that's going to help you grow and develop your career, and a company that has the flexibility that you need right now in this pandemic, and a company that you can feel safe working at, you should really consider Fresenius. Fresenius is showing this by Brett coming on, plant manager, coming on Facebook Live in front of everyone to say, hey, we want you part of our team. We want you to come and work with us, and let's make a difference in people's lives. So Brett, really appreciate your time today. Thanks for joining the panel. Felicia, thank you. Barry, you guys all have a fantastic Tuesday and happy Thanksgiving this week.
Same to you.
Same to you. Thanks, Stephen, Felicia, and Barry. Appreciate it.